What is going on, everybody? It's been like 3 weeks exactly since I've seen you last time, aside from the times I was streaming in between that, which was only like maybe once. But we're back here. It is Friday night. You already know what night it is because it's Friday night, and that means it is time for some Wizards and Webcams right here on Mod 20 Gaming, where we're still playing some Shadowrun. We got the gang. We're all here, minus 10 speed, but she'll be here a little bit later. Yeah. So, welcome on in. Dudes, I missed you.
How long has it been?
3 weeks.
Has it been 3 weeks?
Oh, sorry.
No, thank you. That needed to be said.
It's been 3 weeks since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side, and said you're angry.
I'm angry.
All right. I think this bit needs to die.
3 weeks since the living room. Goddamn.
I could just never get like that part where he like speed raps it.
Oh,
And I know that the whole thing about soda, but
nah, you're good. Ricky, thanks for the bits. Anyway, everybody out there in Chatland, welcome back. We've missed you. I've missed you. I've just missed this table. It's been a good time. So, Malfoy, tell them what they've won.
Tell them what they what? You cut out. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I know what you asked me to do.
Oh.
If you missed any of our old episodes or would like to catch up on our previous seasons, D&D or the current Shadowrun season, it's all on our YouTube page, which is in the social media part of the chat that just got posted right now.
What?
Yeah. So this episode, if you missed part of it or would like to watch it again, will be up on Monday. But every other episode before this is already on YouTube. So there you go.
So yeah, if you want to get caught up in any way, shape, or form, hit the YouTube. It's all there. You can even see our D&D shenanigans. Also, it's September, y'all. That means if you haven't subscribed and you're thinking about subscribing, now's the time to do it because it's half off subscriptions all September long. And if you've got an extra $4.99 floating around in your pocket, you can let us hold on to it, or you don't have to give it to us. You can also go give it to JBrews over on twitch.tv/JBrews because he's a cool guy, and you all know this, so put some respect on his name. But if $4.99 seems like a little bit much, maybe you have Amazon Prime, which means you have Twitch Prime. So that gives you one free sub a month, which that doesn't even apply to September. That means you could have 2 subs going on. Maybe not both to us because that's weird. But maybe you give like us your Twitch Prime, and then you go see Jay Bruce and you give him the September sub because that's just the way you do it. Homie mode. Also, make sure that you're supporting everybody that's involved with the 1020 family. There's everybody's links, just right there. Go check them out when you have a second. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all that we have as far as housekeeping stuff goes. So, Bruce, take us in.
Awesome. So, Ian, if you wouldn't mind, actually, if you have that scene set up.
I do. Everybody ready
As
for
you
this?
guys are having a little bit of a flashback, you guys remember a very vivid video that's almost ingrained in your mind when you guys were last together.
Philly is down. Matrix has completely crashed here. Ejected and dump shocked.
A flash was reported over the city.
Back
To the world. Baltimore's just gone dark.
150,000 in
Martial
critical
law
condition.
declared across
Newark,
the UCAP.
Halifax, and Providence, St. Louis, Bismarck, Lexington have all gone dark.
Dump shock death consequences.
DC next to fail.
For the Twitch Prime.
Log off to Matrix immediately.
Stranded.
Center providing shelter.
We have access. I don't know how long it'll last. They're locking everything down. We have to act, and act quickly. We've been so busy responding to the emergency that we can't do anything else. But we have to. We can't just react. We have to stop them. Who are they? Look at what we know. They're sending us a clear message. Everything that you have, everything that you're about, is fragile. Broken. The society that keeps you safe, that gives you the things that you need, it can be taken away in a moment, in an instant. Everything can be lost. So, we have to ask, who wants to break society? Who always talks about destroying the world, tearing it down before it can be revealed? Who are the malcontents, the ones who think that they know better than everyone else when what they really want is chaos and power? And who are the ones willing to go to such extreme lengths to get it? You know who the destroyers are. Maybe you even know some of them. We're seeing what they can do to the world, what they want to do. We have to act. We have to protect ourselves, and we can't let them get any stronger. They're a plague. They're a bring disaster. We have to fix it. We can't just sit by and wait for the things to get worse. We have to reclaim our world.
And that is the last thing you guys remember all being together. OP. It's been a few moments since the crash. Everyone sort of parted ways, for better or for worse, just sort of trying to lay low for a bit for the most part, except for you. Go ahead and just give the folks at home just a little bit of what will be doing during his downtime.
So, if this is just moments after the crash, OP is completely numb to the world at the moment, knowing that he is the cause for the crash, at least for what he thinks is the cause of the crash. He's the one that hit yes and triggered everything. But with that numbness also comes a boost of confidence in, I'm untouchable. I just did that. So step one is rallying together everybody that he knows under a new banner. It's time to start a new gang. It's time to take the fight back to Seattle. It's time to stop being pushed around. It's time to be OP and to be taken seriously. And through that, throughout the downtime, that's everything from making some contacts through, like, just out in the world. That's doing some research into where gangs are held and where they hold territory in town, and learning how to use swords better. Because nothing makes a point more than a very clean slice of a katana.
Makes a point.
And in the shopping, or in that he does a little bit of shopping. Maybe he didn't even buy it, but he now has a very awesome kabuki style mask that he would wear when things are about to get real. It's just a mask, like nothing special to it, but somber mask to hide somber intentions.
Of course.
So that's to kind of get into the whole thing. There's some conversations that I'd like to have later down the line.
Perfect. Next up, Jenkins. Go ahead and just give a bit of a downtime. What's been going on with Jenkins?
So after parting ways, Jenkins kind of snaps a bit. He has a lot of his worst fears were suddenly validated. Like a lot of his really bad trauma just kind of came to the forefront and then spread like wildfire. So he has a lot of I knew it, this technology, it's killing people. But at the same time, he can't shirk his own involvement. So afterwards, Jenkins has been alternating between just going from neighborhood to neighborhood. There in Seattle, he just kind of wanders around, and whenever he finds a neighborhood that has a particular number of X-deckers and otherwise people with dump shock, he's been kind of setting up like a little clinic and has been using his magic to the point of exhaustion, to the point of actual physical pain, but to cast healing spells to help cure the dump shock victims with some more physical damages, doing basically whatever he could. Alternating, though, to make sure that he never ever forgot, there was a talismonger in one of the neighborhoods that he found that specialized in tattoos. And since the event, he's been having this talismonger inscribe magical tattoos all over his body, and the tattoos constantly shift and are just like a scrolling marker of names of everybody who died during the Great Shutdown.
There we go. Next up, Mr. Green.
So, last we left off, Mr. Green ran out of the room as soon as the event took place to go see what it was like outside. And that's where we cut off, was when she was in the streets,
Yes.
cars basically parking lotted, fucking gunshots left, right, center. Obviously, she wasn't going to be able to get into her car and drive at this point. So she just took off running towards Chef's garage. And upon getting there, found the place completely just shot to shit, bodies everywhere. And then eventually she found Chef's body dead. So now she's completely cut off from the triad. Her last connection is dead. The grid goes down. Everything kind of goes fucking sideways. So downtime's kind of just spent recuperating and deciding what she wants to do now, because she has no ties.
And last but not least, Skolax.
I think your volume's really low, Richard.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're getting either picked up by Ian or you are like it's picking up a different mic source.
Yeah.
Technology.
Testing.
Hey,
There we go.
Okay. Since the crash, Skolax has been kind of thinking like how things are going on back home in LA, and he is scared. Scared knowing that as soon as the system went down, all the gangs in LA are just gonna rise up and just start wreaking havoc. And there's no communications, the police can't coordinate anything, so he's getting gunned down right and left. So he's kind of worried that he'd lost his home. So since then, he's been sticking around with OP, figuring this is the only place where things haven't come under shit. And, just sticking with someone who, could guide him the rest of the way.
Perfect. Ian, check the Discord. What would you like to speak about, Mr. O to the P?
Sick. So I want to try to get everybody from the main group, like from the party, back to the ruins that is my house from last session. Just walls destroyed, kitchen all burnt out. I'm assuming like during the downtime, I'm thinking I probably would have had to go through and like kick squatters out, where it's like, no, this is mine, please leave, things like that. But I want to try to get as anybody from the party in like there that I can.
How long after? So we'll be picking up 2 months off after the event. How far in would you like this conversation to take?
3 weeks.
Question is, how do you go and try to reach everyone?
That's the big question. So I want to go to the coffee shop that I know that Mr. Green lives above, like that has their apartment above, and I'm gonna put word out. I'm gonna pay a few people that are living on the streets to look for Jenkins and tell them if they see him where to go.
Okay. And Skolax?
Well, Skolax said that he's just been palling around with me, so it's just like, hey, 12:30, my place, be there.
And are you still
Question.
associating yourself to your Decker extraordinaire?
Yes, and that's when I don't know how to get a hold of.
You search around. You leave a note because you know that they did work security down at that runner coffee shop. Um, but you left word with their manager or whatever, and but you haven't heard anything back yet.
Figured as much. But yeah, I want to just get word out any way that I can to the homies and see who turns up, because they pretty much the note or the note that I would leave for Mr. Green and the message that I have passed through the homeless population or to the displaced population for Jenkins is pretty much just, I know that I'm probably not the person you want to see, but I have a business opportunity that I think would benefit all of us. My place, 12:30.
So you're leaving me a note?
Yeah.
Cool. Noted.
That noted.
Noted the note.
Yep.
So, who all arrives to OP's place?
I do not.
Jenkins eventually does roll in. As a note, he looks god awful compared to the last time, where like before you cleaned him up. And it's not just like, okay, this dude's been sleeping outside in like the Seattle rain and stuff like that. No, he looks physically bad. Like his eyes are just horribly sunken in, his cheeks are flush, his skin looks really clammy. And you notice he's wearing just tons of bandages, just everywhere. There's just bandages, including like bits of like his like neck and like his cheeks and stuff like that.
All right. Hey there, bud. It's been a minute. You look not the same. I'm going to go and kind of grab, like, put my hand on Jacob's shoulder and kind of walk him inside to what used to be a nice couch that is now not a nice couch, and just be like, go take a seat, relax, take a breath. You look like you've been pushing yourself a little too hard.
His shoulders feel really bony, like you can feel them through his old coat, and that's the same coat he was wearing when you knew him.
All right. Have you been eating?
Yeah. When there's time.
Okay, and define when there's time.
He holds up his arm and kind of lets some of the bandages fall, and you can see just his skin is just completely covered in tattoos, where it's not completely sunken and almost like skeletal. His skin is just swimming in tattoos, and you can see that as you look at him, the tattoos are moving, and they're just like the Matrix screen where all the like the digits are coming down. It's like that, and it's just endless names.
Hey, no.
And Jenkins, I've been a little busy.
Yeah, I can see that, but even when you're getting ink, you can snag in a snack, dude. Like, come on. Step one is take care of yourself.
It's the magic. It comes with a price. Nothing's free, as I've learned.
Yeah, nothing's free until you make it free. So, what we're gonna make free is you catching a nap after this business pitch, and then we're gonna find you some food. You're better than this.
We need to atone.
If anybody in this room needs to atone, it's me. Believe me. And I'm working on that. That's also where you come in.
I agree.
I mean, fair. You could have said, "No, you're good," but like, fair is fair.
We killed people.
I killed people. You're fine. I hit the button. You didn't. Zone didn't. Green didn't. And Skullax over here didn't. I did. I made the choice. It was presented to me. But with tragedy comes opportunity. Now, maybe it's just me here, but are you tired? of being pushed around, of being told you're not right, you're not good enough, you're not able to do something, that maybe you don't have the money to be able to afford to do something? Are you tired of that?
I don't typically argue with things that are true.
But just do you have that frustration? Is that something that you've at least felt at some point?
Yeah. So what's up?
So we're gonna do something about it. I'm tired of being looked at around here as the low man, as the ain't no skill for having nothing kind of man. I gave my life to the ancients, and what do? They set us up. We gave. You weren't necessarily involved in this part of it, but as a group, we gave valuable assets and time to the lodge for nothing. And you know what? I've never worked for the Yaks. I've never worked for the Triad, but I guarantee they would do the same thing. I'm done. Welcome to the nest. Welcome to the Seattle Rats. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna run this town. We're gonna be the ones telling them that they're not worth it, that they don't have enough money, that they don't belong here. You in or you in?
Oh, with a name like that, how can I refuse?
Exactly. Welcome to the Rats, baby.
I have a question for the DM.
Hey, that's me.
How's my patron feel about that?
Roll a d6 for me.
6.
Unsure. Scared, but unsure. Nothing's
Okay.
telling you to run for the hills.
So it sounds like the natural state of a rat.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to shift my attention to Skullax. Scully, I need muscle, baby. I can't do this by myself. You in or you in?
I'm in. I mean, the way the world is right now, I can't really go home. So,
Fair. But this is home now. This is the nest. And you know what rats do? Rats protect the nest.
I'm done with that.
Damn right you are. Has anybody seen Green? Does anybody know how we can get in touch with Green?
I can send some feelers out.
Well then, feel away. We gotta find Green. I wanna bring them home, because they're gonna enjoy this. And then that's pretty much all the conversation that I needed to have, since Green wasn't there.
So with that, Jenkins is gonna lend his talents. He has a lot of knowledge and connections in a lot of like runner hideouts and magical clubs. He's gonna spend a little bit trying to just talk to people who might have talked to people and see if he can find.
Same with my knowledge of bars and clubs and gangs.
Both of you go ahead and roll. Ian, go ahead and roll gang knowledge, and Jenkins, go ahead and roll runner hide.
Did you say runner hideouts?
Yes.
4.
Okay, so if I have 4, then I just roll 4 dice, right?
Correct.
I got 4 hits.
Okay.
3 1s and a 4.
Okay. You both put out word with your respective audiences. But surely they know of a Mr. Green. That was part of the crash associated to OP. But no one has gone by or seen the name Mr. Green in a very, very long time. probably shortly after the crash.
All right, then I want to go to the coffee shop and just wait.
Okay. Mr. Green, uh, do you ever return to the coffee shop?
Yeah, I've been there the whole time.
Okay. You wait outside his door. How long do you withhold contact from him?
I'll probably wait like an hour, and um, then I'll probably like walk down. But I'll have a gun ready.
Okay. And as you eventually see OP in the coffee shop, this coffee shop is significantly different after the crash. A lot of the glass has been shattered. A lot of the nicer coffee machines have sort of been taken out of it, but it's still functioning. It's still owned by the same
This is the part
people
that's
who
gonna
owned
suck.
it. But you do see there are multiple flyers sort of posted within the coffee shop and sort of around it of a 10-year-old missing child that you both know um, of as Mac the Knife.
I want to take one of the flyers and just pocket it.
So I'm gonna come out from my apartment from up top, and like walk down, super casual, like I'm not like nervous or anything at all. But then once I see OP, I'm gonna have my gun pointed at him immediately.
There are a couple of people that are just sort of lounging inside that just sort of like eyes get real big. I mean, they expect it because it's a little bit lower. It's in lower Seattle, especially since there aren't a lot of night errants or response teams that really go this low in Seattle anymore, due to the outage and not really having super great communication. But they so it's sort of like the Western now in lower Seattle. So they just sort of continue drinking their coffee, but you definitely have eyes on you as you aim your gun over at the OP.
Quick question before we start this. Where are you sitting at, like a counter or something, OP? Or like where are you in like a traditional just like coffee bar diner type setting?
Yeah, then it would just be like, yeah, I'll be at the bar, just kind of hanging out. Single like porcelain mug of coffee, and like a magazine in front of me, like a traditional analog magazine.
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna still have the gun pointed at him, right? But I'm just gonna walk past him, not even make eye contact, go behind the counter and start making coffee. And then when I get back there, I'll like look at him real quick, and then I'll set the gun down and then go back to making coffee.
Jenkins is gonna step up and is literally just gonna put his own face to the edge of the gun to just kind of block it. He'll
Okay, well if you're gonna do that, then I'll just put the gun down after you get in front of the gun. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep making coffee.
You're tough to find. You know that, right?
Bullshit. You knew where I was. You left a note.
That you didn't respond to. What? Did you change your name?
No, I was asleep.
Fair. Anyway, we have business to discuss. I have an offer for you, and I think you're gonna like it.
I mean, don't stop now.
All right, figured that you might have like a business room or something like that around here. But anyway, the night of the crash, we fought. like together in my what used to be home. You remember that, right?
It's fuzzy, but sure.
All right. Just making sure that you remember that we have a bond here. You may not like me, given what I caused, but how long were you treated like shit with the triad?
All right, I'm gonna turn around, holding the gun so it's facing me. I'm gonna grab OP's hands, put the gun in his hands, and then put it on my forehead. And I'm gonna look at him and be like, "You took everything.
I'm about
I
to
don't
give it all
have
back.
anything now. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah.
So how about you do me a favor and finish the job?"
I want to take the gun because it's on your forehead.
Right.
I'm going to take it, point it straight up, and empty it. Just bah, 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 bah.
Can we do a strength test? Because I
Yeah,
want to
both
keep
of
it
you
trained
go
on my
ahead.
face.
Both of you guys go ahead and just roll, just straight your strength action or athletics if you have the skill.
I don't. Okay. So strength, if it's 3, I roll 3 dice?
Correct.
I got 2 hits.
I got 1.
So you try with all your might. You feel him resist it, and then you finally rip it out of his hands and just unload it into the ceiling. There are a bunch of bolt holes in the ceiling.
Now the dramatics are over. I actually have an offer for you that will give it all back with interest.
I'm going to start sipping my coffee, and I'm going to be like, cool, sounds good. What's up?
All right. So you may not feel like I feel about the gang that brought you up, but I'm tired of being at the bottom. I'm tired of scraping by with, sure, I had money at one point, but looking back on it, that doesn't make you. That just kind of is a thing. It's the respect that makes you. It's the muscle that your name brings that makes you. So I'm tired of it. Of people being like, oh, here comes goofy old OP. Not anymore. In fact, we got Jenkins, and we got Scully, and we got the Nest, and we're gonna spread like the. I'll get there. We got the Nest, and we're about to swarm Seattle. All of us, the new rat plague through Seattle. We're gonna start. We're gonna dig in, and it's gonna be tough to get rid of us, and we're gonna take it all.
To be fair, it was his idea, not.
But you're a part of it. Don't belittle yourself. You're great.
I'm still unsure of what rats have to do.
That's us. It's the new. All right, fine. I was trying to be cool about it. We're starting a gang. It's called the Seattle Rats. And rats protect the nest. So.
You know what also protects nests? Fucking eagles, condors, birds that are fucking badass. Not some fucking rat. Are you kidding me?
Rats can get in places, and they're everywhere.
Yeah, so are fucking pigeons, dude.
When was the last time you saw a pigeon fight anybody to protect its nest and not just like and like fly away?
I mean,
There
I'm not
are rats
traditionally
bigger than
aware.
dogs. You know that, right?
Wait, what?
You know there are rats that are bigger than cats, even small dogs, and they're in the city.
Big old motherfuckers.
And you know that a single rat can breed enough times within a year to make millions of itself. Like, they're exponential, really. You think there might be a reason I chose them?
Rats.
The rat spirit owns this city.
Just sipping coffee the whole time.
You may not be so interested in the fact that we're starting a gang and that we're going to we're gonna make our stake in the city and we're gonna take what's ours. But I do think you'll be interested in the fact that we're starting with the axe.
I mean, what do we got to kill Yakuza for anymore? I'm not in a gang.
But you are. You're a rat. You've been a rat since the first run, since I had an accent.
Look, you're trying to make this some sentimental thing, and it's just not.
I think that you're too jaded to understand just exactly the kind of situation and the kind of just present that destroying the world is.
Look, if you have a job, you can pitch it to me when you have one. If you don't, I'm going to go back to sleep. I don't really use my sin anymore. It has no purpose. I'm not trying to be some cool Yakuza undercover, whatever the fuck it was. I don't even know. But kind of just using my real name. Don't want to tell you my real name. So just stick with Green. I'm going to go back to sleep.
I mean, fair. If that's how you want to play it, then enjoy missing out. Because when I run this town, things are going to be different.
All right, well, don't forget about me when you're famous.
Absolutely. All right, gang. Back to the nest, I guess. I finish my coffee and get up and walk out.
Okay.
Sid's here, right?
She should be joining here shortly.
What up, what up,
Oh, hey, what up?
Yo.
Welcome in, family.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. They did like a parent-teacher thing that turned into like a movie thing that turned into like, oh my god, why are we still here? It's late. So, hi.
Hi. So,
Hi.
to get you caught up, OP's trying to start a gang in this no law, no matrix kind of world that we're in right now. He's convinced both Jenkins and Skullax to be a part of this gang. Just tried to convince Mr. Green, and Mr. Green's not having it. Mr. Green is sad and angry.
It's just Green now. There's no Mr. in front.
True.
I dropped the...
And there was an OP left a note at the runner place at the Java Namicon for you about like, come on by. I have business to discuss. Because that's the only way that I knew how to get in touch with you.
I'm all the way here for it.
But yeah, that's
all right. It is 3 weeks after the whole situation that happens. What would you like to do prior to receiving that note?
Okay, so given the nature of the character being, like we talked about before, almost like a tabloid journalist, right? Like, she's in the freaking room when Goofball Associate hit the button without thinking about it and crashed shit out of things. That's a sellable story. And I'd like to think that based on the conversation...
Oh, your mic just muted.
Oh, sorry.
Was your cursor off the monitor?
Sorry, yeah, that was the problem. Jesus. I'd like to think that based on the conversation with Iconics before all this stuff started, saying like, "Hey, this is getting crazy, and I'm going to bring you a story," that would be the logical next step. So that's the biggest thing, especially in 3 weeks' time. That's like selling a story and laying low for a week. Probably trying to put together a personal network that works, even if it doesn't. Because I can't imagine being completely cut off from the Matrix. It'd probably be a panic attack for a Decker, and he'd probably be like, well, I'm just going to sit right here and pretend there's something on my screen.
I got Tetris on this thing.
Right. Look, guys, did you guys know there's Snake on this?
The tech equivalent of like opening your fridge and there's no food, so you shut the door, then you open it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you do it when you have no internet connection, right? Your internet's out, and you're like, cool, I'm just going to refresh. Nope, still the dinosaur game.
Yeah.
All right, I want to play this dinosaur game again. Like, that's pretty much it.
So I just rolled after you sold that story. You have made roughly about 50,000 million selling this story.
Nice.
Yo.
Money.
Thank you.
OP. Do you name drop?
No, I mean, you wouldn't be able to be out here still selling stories if you were doxing people in the process. So, no. Enough information to make people be like, shit, did you hear about that thing? But not enough to be like, you're that guy.
Right. So yeah, you gained about 50,000 million. And then obviously your corporate backer takes a significant amount.
Right.
But yeah, you have a really good story. You've been hitting a couple stories hit in there, but nothing quite as big as the Crash 2.0. Matrix is very, very spotty at best. Game background wise, you have a background or a noise of 9 for most times when you try to connect to do anything Matrix.
Jeepers. Okay. Is there anything that's just straight up gone, like connectivity wise? Like, can I still do like deep Matrix searches, or is it pretty much like local area?
For the most part, it's just local area hotspots. That's
cool.
Really
like emergency mesh network.
Exactly. Like, hey, you're hacking into like the police departments that like requires.
Right, yeah, no, I get you. Like anything that was fail proof, like, but that's not bandwidth heavy.
Right, exactly. But yeah, you get a little note from your employer saying, "Hey, some guy, elf-looking guy, real looking fancy suit. I don't know. Here's what he's looking for. Gave it this note.
He had an accent.
No, he did not have an accent.
Interesting.
I think I've seen you run around with him.
Yeah, no, I don't hang out with a lot of hang out with a lot of anybody, honestly. So I know you're talking about. No, please.
Here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. What does the note say?
So you read the note and it just says, "Hey, it might not be your favorite person right now, but I've got business to talk to you about. My place, 1230. OP."
Dope.
With a little like poorly drawn star and like a thumbs up next to it.
Okay. Well, I don't have a whole hell of a lot going on at the moment besides a cattail that just keeps manifesting in my vision. It's weird. No, I mean, yeah, 50 grand is great, but it doesn't last forever, so I'm interested in that. Can I do a search for OP to see like where he's at or where I can maybe find out he's been? Or is that obvious from the note?
It just said to meet up at his place. Would you remember how to get there? You've been there before. So you just head and meet him at his house. It is pushing a little closer to 12:30. You'll probably be up just a few minutes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll grab the usual, the Urban Explorer gear and the deck and head out on the bike. That sounds great.
And once you go back, downstairs and stuff, it has been significantly less busy in the runner portion of the hangout. The coffee shop's still doing all right. Had a lot of issues up on the top floor with people trying to break in, with people just trying to do smash and grab, stuff like that. Most of the lower Seattle is just turned into, I see it, I'm going to take this. Martial law has been in effect. Most of the time, police don't even come down to lower Seattle. They just don't see it's worth it. But it does seem almost as if those hiding in the shadows just got a little bit bigger after the Matrix crash.
I want to put I just want to make on something, a scrap of something, whatever, print one out, just like a help wanted sign and put it on the office door as I head out.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. I'm quitting, obviously. In case that wasn't obvious.
So you go ahead and head out and head to OP. You do go ahead and arrive. You actually see OP and Jenkins and Skolax get out of a vehicle. Looks like they just arrived shortly before you did.
Excellent. We fancy meeting you guys here. It was what, Jimmy, Jeremy. You got to help me out here, guy. You guy.
Me guy?
No. Nope. J-name guy. I don't remember his name. And big guy with the skull.
Oh yeah.
Skull hammer. Skull axe. Got it. I got one. Hello. I got your note. A note. Wait. Wait. Why are we all here? Did OP give you everybody a note? Is everybody here?
Everybody but Green. Come on in. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Can
I see the window where we saw the black silhouette guy last time?
You can.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on that as we walk into the house.
Exactly. You walk in. You sort of have flashbacks because this is where your life could have ended if you were in the Matrix 45 minutes longer. You remember you walk in, you see the smashed window where Jenkins threw the power bolt, smashed it open. You see the armoritarium in the back where it has the glass still shattered from when the Hellhounds jumped through. And you do see the pantry door, cracked open. Really, nothing has really changed in the few weeks that it's been since everything sort of went down that night.
I really like what you've done with the place.
Yeah, having demons break into your house and kind of give you a remodel really does great things for the property value.
It's abyssal bohemian, they call that.
I like it.
Yeah. Totally. So it's nice to see that you're alive. That's cool.
Big same. Where you been hiding?
In a spot. Mostly at the Java Nomicon. Mostly just in the office though. I haven't gone outside in a minute. Nothing big. Did you see that story that came out?
I did. You painted
what did you think?
You painted me real good.
Yeah. You're welcome. Hey, you paid me really good with that, so thank you. But mostly, just I can't connect to a lot of things. I've been working with some people, around the shop that we're trying to put some things together, sort of mesh ideas, but everything's fucked, man.
So that's exactly why I called you here, because we're going to unfuck it. Now, I've given this pitch 3 times today. So I'm just going to give you the bullet points.
Cool. Great.
I'm tired of being the bottom of the ladder. We're going to be the top of the ladder. I'm starting a new gang. I need your help.
okay, not to be that person, because I'm very curious. But what exactly is in it for me? Because I, I kind of quit, and I don't want to stay over there anymore because people know I'm there, and that's starting to be a problem for me. So I'm gonna need, some security, some financial security.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. So we're starting with the Yakuza, and we're just gonna leaf blow people out of town.
Starting with yep.
We're
Great.
starting there. I have a
Starting
list.
right at the middle. Excellent.
I have
All
a
right.
list.
Excellent. I'll make a spreadsheet.
Please do. That would actually be very helpful. But as far as what's in it for you, security, both financially and physically. Because welcome to the heart of it all. Welcome to the nest. And living in the nest, we're all rats, and rats protect the nest. So,
You practiced this quite a bit. Well, you said
told
you
you.
did it 3 times.
It's the third time. So welcome in, and let's run Seattle.
I mean, all right, cool. Yep.
You so far, 3 out of 4 people that I've talked to have been on board. Green's the only one that absolutely wants nothing to do with me.
Why? I mean, to be fair, I don't want you to come within 30 feet of anything with a switch on it. But, I mean, so why exactly?
When the Matrix crashed, so did a lot of their contacts. And people they were close to got in the crash also. Said something about I took everything from them. She put a gun in my hands and put it to their head and just said, "So go ahead and finish it." And I was like, "No, I have a job for you. How about you come work with me instead? We've been doing that for a minute now." And she's like, "Nah."
That's dark.
Very.
It's the Spark Notes. Okay.
It's the Spark Notes. Yeah.
It's my side of an argument.
Yeah, no, totally. All right. I mean, hey, we all lost friends. We all lost people. Totally. But I mean, everybody's got to do what they got to do. I'm not gonna try to, shit's fucked. Like I said, we gotta do what you got to do at this point. If they're out, they're out.
Real quick, DM. Did Craig make it? Is Craig still alive?
I was getting ready to ask you to roll 2d6 and tell me what they add up to be.
Oh wow, there's stakes here.
4.
Oh, bruh.
Oh no.
Hey, take a line and just write right through Craig's name for me.
No!
Wow, that's sad.
F in the chat for Craig.
Absolutely, he was the realest homie.
Down 3s for Craig.
He looks like the brain swelling was after the Matrix went down. They had no way to be able to reduce the brain swelling. He became brain dead.
All right.
Like that one bad guy from that James Bond movie with the shrapnel in their brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So top 2 on my list, because you're right. Everybody did lose somebody. We can either go straight after the lodge. That seems a little silly, but I do have a personal vendetta against them based on what they did to Craig. Other option is the Yakuza, mostly because I know that we get Green's attention and we can get him back in, be like, "See, isn't this fun having the gang back together?" And then boom, we're a family again.
I mean, I'm with you in the sense that, like, everybody's running the Yakuza, and I can probably find some handy information for that pretty quickly. Probably more so than... Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. Whatever you want to do. It's fine. I don't make plans. I just...
Let's get some... With everybody here, let's get some stuff settled.
Like what we're eating.
Also that.
Okay, awesome.
But first off, I'm the head of this snake. Everybody else has a job.
Someone had to be.
Everybody else has got a job, but everything comes through me. We're probably going to get some muscle taking out the Yakuza, because from what I know, those dudes flip, and they flip fast. You put a little bit of squeeze on them, you might be able to be like, hey, come work for us instead. We don't gut you. And then I point to Skullax and say, because he'll gut you, and then I'm assuming just big, intimidating orc guy with a big-ass axe, they're going to believe it. So that's how we get that's how we get the clan going.
I'm gonna just in my personal memos on my
Right.
yeah. I'm just in my notes for OP. I'm just gonna say is different. I just need to make that note.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, I mean, so you have a list. I guess that's the easiest way to start.
First on the list is the yaks. Let's get them out.
All right. I need you to go ahead and roll 8d6 3 times, and tell me how many hits you get on each.
What the fuck? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Also, if it wasn't obvious, everyone is maxed out on edge, so you're all good to go.
Excellent. My Discord broke up there for a second. Will you repeat the last part before the edge?
You're all maxed out on edge, so you guys are all full edge and everything. So you guys are all full ready.
Excellent.
And Mark.
Hey, Densby with the 8 months. What up?
I forgot I still have that thing. Like, you got it. Boom.
Thank you.
Boom.
Boom.
Mr. Green, don't forget to take off any context that you had.
Oh yeah, let me go wipe my contacts real quick.
That'd be great. Thanks.
All right, so that's 10 hits.
Okay. How many did you get on each one? Do you remember?
Yeah, so it was 4 hits for the first one, 4 hits for the second one, 2 hits for the last one.
Okay.
Also, Richard, thanks for the sub.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do prior to finishing this story jump?
Jenkins periodically disappears. He comes back in whenever he does come back in, just really ragged, or there's times where strangers will just kind of drop him off and be like, this one's yours, right? Okay.
When those
Is anybody
strangers...
gonna help me out with what that guy's name is?
Jenkins.
Thank you.
When the strangers drop him off, I'm gonna hand out pamphlets for the gang.
Have you heard of the good Lord and Savior of the Rats?
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I'm gonna do it. Super kind of culty vibes, where it's like, hey, the rats are gonna save us. The rats are gonna bring Seattle back to what it should be. Get on board or get out.
OP went crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I smell the Universal Brotherhood part.
We're gonna ride on that meteor.
Exactly. So, at the end of these 2 months, it is snowing. It is January the 3rd. Zone, go ahead and roll a Matrix Perception test.
Dope.
OP, the nest has grown to 20 people.
We doing
You've done a couple smaller jobs because as you sort of get more and more into actually understanding how big the Yakuza is, it's a bigger box than you thought was going to be checked. But you've been doing quite a few jobs to sort of dwindle down the different warehouses and strongholds that the Yakuza have throughout Seattle.
And have any of their homies flipped on them? Do any of their guys work for me now?
A whopping 4.
That means they can be turned.
8 hits.
8 hits. You notice there is a small ping, just sort of bleeping for about 20 seconds.
Like where in the vicinity or like in proximity?
It's hard to tell between where the matrix is versus where it actually is location wise. You can tell it's within a mile, but you see it stay on after about 20 seconds.
Okay.
And then there's multiple dots that begin to slowly ping up. You then begin to see your dot ping up with your serial number of your cyber deck. And then you see everyone else's begin to slowly ping up. You now only have, at OP's place, a -4 for your noise.
Holy hey, so I'd like to broadcast as much of this visually as I can to the others in AR. Can we still connect that way?
It is a little
like fuzzy, maybe.
It's fuzzy, but you can still see that there's matrix activity in ping.
I don't know how much of this you guys can see, but are you seeing any of this? I haven't seen any of this in weeks.
Wait, we're back online?
I mean, are you? Let me look. Is OP back online? Like, do I see a ping where OP's at?
Yeah, you see the ping of the individuals of everyone that has sort of like Wi-Fi enabled. The signal is extremely weak, but it's there.
I mean, look at your own device. What does it look like?
Looks like we're back online. Hell yeah. I'm gonna text Green.
Message cannot be sent.
Damn. All right.
How are things spiritually? How's like the spiritual traffic?
Nothing out of the ordinary. There's not been like a high amount of deaths in this area or anything like that, so there's no like excess spirits looming around. It's calm, almost relaxing a little bit compared to what's actually going on in the world. You do get, now that you guys have very weak signals, everyone at OP's place gets a broadcast sent to their, sort of just ringing automatically, just on a loop. Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, meet me at 825 Wobbly Court. Hello, if you can hear me, meet me at 825 Wallaby Court.
Can I save a recording of that?
Yes, you can save a clip of that.
Cool.
And you, so you have that recording.
Is this everywhere? Like throughout the city, or is it just
No, just at that location.
Okay, so I mean, this is exciting. This is terrifying. I can't tell how far this goes, like how much is online, but I mean, that seems. I don't know. What do you think?
It's
You're the
got
boss,
it's got my attention.
Do we have that many other links?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's anything else jumping out at us, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why we need to go check it out. Let's roll.
Let's go. I mean, like, do you just want to go straight there? Do you have any idea what that is? I'm not familiar with Wallaby Court at all.
I'm not at all. Since we have a little bit of strength, can you check it out?
I was just going to say, can I do a matrix search for Wallaby Court? Or at least attempt to? So it's 4 noise right now, you said? Yeah.
Yes.
If we're gonna go check it out, I suggest we do it on the side of caution, just in case.
I'm always on board with that plan.
Absolutely. No unnecessary risks unless they look cool.
Just, oh my god. I needed more dice, sorry.
I had to add more dice too.
Right, it's a thing. Twinsies. So that's going to be 4 hits after the
4
negative.
hits. You do a matrix search. It's roughly about 15 minutes down the road, and it looks like,
like Street View that.
Yeah, yeah.
Kidding. I'm not kidding.
You can do it's. I mean, it's very weak. It looks like it's trying to use. It can't give you a live feed. It looks like the satellite that would provide that feed is down, but it did have a saved feed of about 2 months ago, right before everything crashed. And it just was a couple of houses, nothing too crazy fancy, probably like a low or mid lifestyle at best.
Okay, so it's just houses, just residential. I'm gonna put it on everybody's heads up. I mean, I'm here for it. That just seems weird.
Really does, but yeah, let's go check it out.
In that matrix search information, was it just an address, or do I get any idea of who it belongs to? Can I search for that information?
With your 4 hits, you would know that.
Sorry to interrupt, Ian.
It does take some. It takes a little bit of extra digging because a lot of these files are either locked away or unable to be accessed.
Old archive files, maybe.
Exactly. But all of the information you are finding, by the way, is 2 months dated. So you don't know who's there, but there was a John Lane that used to live there with his daughter Melanie.
All right. I mean, this isn't the first time that we've gone looking for a stranger whose name's Jay, right? So I'm down. Let's do it. Who's driving?
Yeah, Scully, you down to drive? We lost our driver.
You could also make an effort to get your driver.
I tried to send a text.
Look, I text. I can't. They don't do the whole like red or not red thing. It just says sent. I don't know.
Well, when I tried to send it, it came up and said text not able to be sent. So unless y'all are down to make a quick pit stop.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then,
yes.
I'm feeling some coffee. Let's go get some coffee before we go.
All right. They might. Well, it's a house. They might have coffee, but I'm down.
Yeah, this is. I'd feel better if we had the full gang.
I mean, it's Seattle, so there's coffee somewhere.
Always.
True. Anyway, Scully, you want to give me a ride down to Green's coffee shop?
Sure.
All right. It is snowy. It's cold. It's disgusting outside. You will be rolling because you have to drive the vehicle. Actually, there's no assistance. You'll go ahead and take a -2 modifier to control the vehicle.
All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
zone with your matrix perception earlier.
Yes.
You see one of the pings that's just sort of there give off a like a signal begin to flash, and then you get a text message to come in.
Okay, what's the message say?
Help, it's dark. And then all it says is M-A, the cent sign.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Hey, okay, cool. M-A. All right. Does this mean anything to anybody? I mean, this person needs help. I mean, I don't know how. Hope they haven't been there for 3 weeks. But I know a lot of people got stuck when shit happened. Does this mean anything to anybody, or is this just somebody?
Wait, who is that sent by?
You know what? The sender information is it's all screwed up. The message just says "Help! It's dark." M-A. You know, that's that cent sign.
All right, I'll hold on to that. Give me a minute to marinate on that. See if anything comes up.
Okay.
I will say it's a signal you've never seen before. Like the kind of signal that it is, you have not seen.
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I thought this couldn't get weirder, but I came to your house and it's weirder by a lot.
It usually is here. But let's be real.
That signal's weird. It's different. It's stronger than the ones around it. I'm curious because I don't know how that's happening.
It is the strongest connection in the surrounding area. Even your own has a weaker signal to, like you have a weaker signal to everyone around you than you do to this one.
Cheapers.
As Skolax is beginning to drive, you see the signal begin to get smaller and smaller.
Oh, shit. I mean, we're all in the truck together, correct? Yeah, you guys. This is. Should we do something about this?
Yes. But we need to go see Green first.
I mean, you're the boss.
That's the order of operations here. We go see Green, then we go check on that call. And with that, I'm going to try and call Green.
Okay.
Oh, I was just waiting. I wasn't going to say anything.
I thought someone said ew.
I did. I'm sorry. I have a thing for this where I can clean up some signal for devices in the area. I remember this. I'm trying to find it because I can maybe help with the call because we have a bunch of noise and shit in the area. Can I slave his device to mine and then use my noise reduction for his call? All right. So OP, since I was able to see a lot more of these, can I just slave to my deck? Just make the call via me. All right. You know how to do that? Do you want me to do it?
No, I got you. And I just take my comm link and I turn on my Bluetooth and I make sure that it connects properly and everything's good there. Good.
So now you've just got a -4, right? Boss?
Correct.
Cool.
In the phone call, you get your so you have signal, but it just says your call cannot be completed.
All right.
Seems like there's signal issues on the other end.
Sounds good. Then
you do get another message come through. This time, both of you can see it since you're both slave to it. I'll put it in the Discord chat.
Oh, yes. All right.
And then the signal goes blank.
Holy shit. Okay. How long is it going to take us to do this?
Just a couple of minutes. Like, it's stop by, tell them what's going on, offer them one last chance to join the gang. If they say no, cool, we don't fight it, back in the truck, on to the next thing.
All right, so I don't want to be that weird person that reads people, but I'm that weird person that reads people. And when I asked you about that last message, you got all weird about it. So what's up with that? Because that's freaking me out, and I don't get text messages like this every day.
We had a homie at one point, right before we met you. I called him Lil Mac. And he was
The little guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Child prodigy, Decker.
Yeah, no, I looked him up when I used to see that you guys in the conference room.
Yeah, the
Okay.
little one. Pretty sure that's him. That's reaching out.
They don't seem to be in a particularly good situation.
Exactly, and that's why we need to be at full strength if we're gonna roll in there and try to pick him up.
You're the boss. Awesome. Okay. Wow. This is a hell of a night.
Just keeps getting more the hell of a night. That sounded cooler in my head. I'll stop talking.
You begin to make the drive to Mr. Green's coffee shop, Green's coffee shop, excuse me. And it takes a little bit longer to get there just because of the snow and people actually learning how to drive a vehicle. But a lot of it is still, you still see a bunch of cars piled on the side of the road. But a lot of it is all snow covered, like no one's covered to claim those vehicles for some time. You do see the damage. There's still helicopters and planes smashed in the side of buildings. Cars are still locked inside, like crashed inside of buildings. Not a whole lot has changed in lower Seattle. But you make your way and you do arrive at Mr. Green's coffee shop.
All right. Then, as everything's like rolling to a stop, truck isn't even stopped, and I have the door open and I'm like hopping out. It's like in the process of parking kind of thing.
I'm glad you drove, Skalax. That was a mess.
Go ahead and roll agility plus reaction for me.
OP's crushed under the giant tires.
We'll see if he falls at least first.
He's instantly sucked into the giant air intakes.
Exactly.
6 hits?
6 hits. You land on your feet just fine and begin to walk towards the front of the door. The front of the building, excuse me.
All right, I walk in and I just yell. I'm like, no chill about anything. Green, Mac's alive. Let's go.
I'm gonna be behind the counter making coffee again.
Of course.
But this time I'm in like. So she's in a Reservoir Dogs like suit with the black skinny tie.
Mm-hmm.
But then she has the bomber jacket over top of it. And then I'm gonna already in a to-go cup. I'm gonna just walk around and then not say anything and then walk past them to get in the car.
Are you getting in your car or are you getting into
my car? Yeah, not his, sorry.
Okay.
Should have clarified that.
I should have clarified that. We're all kind of cramped in the truck.
Because it's a 4-seater in the truck, right?
It's a 3-seater.
It's a 3-seater and 4 people in it.
Yeah.
There's only 3 right now, thankfully. I mean,
yeah,
you got out.
I'll go, and without saying anything, I'll go and I'll get in Green's car.
Power plays, they dig it.
Yeah, I'll get in Green's car and just looking straight ahead. Nice suit. And then drop a pin in navigation so you know where you're going.
I'm gonna be like, thanks. Some chick died in it the other day.
Oh, jeez.
It was a cleanup job gone wrong. She didn't expect there to be like 8 other people there. She kind of got overwhelmed, but it was quick, easy. One shot. I opened my jacket and there's like a bullet hole right in the chest. I'm like, wasn't that bad. I cleaned it. It's a pretty nice suit.
I know a guy who can fix that.
Hey,
Cool.
since OP's comlink was slave to my deck, is there any chance I could eavesdrop on them in the other car?
No, because as soon as you guys left the sort of like the area
Right, that was
of
that
OPs,
bubble.
that all that you are back to a -9. His no longer is working.
Rip.
Yep.
All right. So step 1, just head back to my place, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll pilot groundcraft with a -2 as well, please.
Do I reroll?
Oh yeah.
So, -2, you said?
Yes.
Cool.
Damn
3
this snow.
successes.
This is why I live in LA. I hate snow.
True.
What did you get, Richard? 0? Oof.
0.
Did you how many ones did you roll? Any ones?
Only 1.
Okay, cool. You go ahead and sort of like take off Green, and then you see Skolax sort of just like do a spin, and then it gets it under control, and then like is a little bit of everywhere in his truck. But you're handling the snow without much of an issue, being a Seattle resident.
Yeah.
So this kind of
Professional Uber driver.
How long you been with Uber?
But you guys do take it does take a little bit extra time as you're waiting for Skolax to make sure, is he going to slide off the road? Is he going to hit that part of the car? Does he even know that car is there? And then you guys go ahead and eventually get back to the nest.
So as we're driving, I want to kind of just make some bullshit small talk about the warehouses that we've pulled over and the things of that. And to make a point that it's all been Yakuza places that we've knocked over.
I feel like you want me to be more invested, and that's why you picked the Yakuza first.
Are we all like around for this part right now?
I know it's a separate car.
Okay, I thought so.
back.
Yeah, I was responding to like him giving me the story so far, friend.
Right, totally.
Yeah, I'm not part of the Triad anymore. I don't have any reason to hate them any more than like casually. I don't.
I mean, I figured sure you'd have some sort of investment here. Really, I'm just letting you know that, hey, we're taking on the Yakuza. It's a pretty big deal. Wide-reaching and well-rooted, so if we can take these guys, we could take anybody in Seattle.
Right. Which, I mean, it's ambitious. I don't know why you wouldn't start with an easier... I mean, you said it yourself, if we could take out them, we can take out anybody else, right? So why not take out anybody else first?
See, my name has weight right now. They know me
One-
as
one way to use it.
They know me as the dude who broke the world. So if we take the weight that's behind my name right now, keep that momentum.
Right, but I feel like you misunderstand the context of what they say when they talk about you. Yes, you're the one who broke the world, but it's not, oh, he's a badass over here, he broke the world. It's, this motherfucker broke the world.
Yeah, and now I'm the same motherfucker that's breaking their world.
You know what? I'll give you props for that. That was pretty cool. But
What's the armor on your vehicle?
We're gonna shoot the car.
Oh, it's on.
On my car. Armor is 6.
Oh, wait, okay, I go away for 2 seconds. I walk away for 2 seconds, and you're asking about armor. What happened?
No, that's just we were talking, and he's just like, real quick, how much armor does your car have?
You're in the same spot we are.
Okay, I was like, wait.
Go ahead and roll body plus armor. Your body of your vehicle plus the armor. As the truck has the 3 of you behind, so Jenkins, Zone, and Skolax, go ahead and roll perception tests for me.
I got 6 successes.
Okay.
Wait, I'm having a "we've been gone too long" moment. Where do I find that in Chummer again? Oh wait, how do I roll a perception test again? Sorry, just a regular one.
It's just how many dice you have, or how many dice equal to the perception skill.
Hey, Artificer, what's going on? Welcome in.
Sorry,
Welcome
rusty brain.
in.
Yeah, that's okay. 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
For real.
6 dice. Three hits.
I got 0.
Okay, 3. Jenkins.
I'm having kind of a similar moment. This would be which stats? I'm trying to find
No,
them.
you're fine. If it's in the skills, if you have it, it'd be the perception. But if you don't, then it would be intuition minus 1.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I did the exact same thing.
Right.
3 hits.
Both of you, at the last second, you guys hear all just a spray of bullets just rattle the side of Mr. Green's vehicle. As you do see 2 people sort of stand up, and you see it looks like a snowsuit, but it changes color and begins to change to the background of what's behind them. You drive on without an issue if you want to, or you can stop. But you did not take any damage to your vehicle.
So as the bullets like rattle across the side, I'm just gonna look out the window and just kind of drag my hand across my face.
You're gonna John Cena them right now?
I'm gonna drag my hand across my face, and my mask is gonna be on now. And I'm just gonna look back and be like, "Your call, Green."
I'm gonna be like, did the mask come before or after you picked the Yakuza? Get out of here. Oh, okay. I thought you actually
it
had
was the
an
actual
mask.
mask. I was like, we're done here.
Dude, that's sick. No, it's just the salt mask.
It's just the salt mask, but it accomplishes the same thing.
Yeah. Nice. DJ's is better.
DJ's is way better. But I missed part of the question. What was that?
I was like, did you pick the Yakuza before or after you got that mask?
I refuse to comment.
That's what I thought. I'll turn the car around. I'll go after where the bullets came.
You instantly see Mr. Green's vehicle just do a quick U-turn. Go ahead and roll driving -3.
Minus?
To do that stunt in the snow.
4 success.
Like a monster on a dime, he just instantly just turns it around.
How about
OP, you guys
Skolax
how
hitting him?
Right. Skolax, go ahead and roll a driving -2.
Hey, everybody out there in Chatland, welcome on.
OP, you sort of
in,
forgot
everybody.
how good of a driver Green actually is. as he sort of just whips it around on a dime as you say turn around. 3 hits. You both are able to go ahead and make the same turn without colliding to each other, so that's a good positive. You guys are relatively close to your house, so for the first time in about 2 months, Green, you begin to see wireless relays connect to your drones in your car.
Fuck yes.
And I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. It should be reaction plus intuition plus a dice pool.
Double digits for once.
Hey, what a monster. Sorry, I need to pull up my sticky notes. All my sticky notes are gone. It makes me sad. Zone.
Hey, yo.
And let's just let me know when you roll. Got initiative. I saw Malfoy. What's up? 11.
I'm at 24.
Zone got a 24.
Yeah.
Jenkins is an 11 as well.
Jenkins got an 11. Skolax, what'd you get?
20.
20. An OP got a 12. All right.